It is time for another adventure. What's up? Welcome to another spoiler review for 2026. This one is going to be the big one for May, The Mandalorian and Grogu. So yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled, back away now. So yeah, my thoughts on The Mandalorian and Grogu, my thoughts on the first Star Wars movie in 6.5 years. I thought it was great. 10 out of 10. Like, I mean, not all my theories were correct, but it was, but I didn't care because I had so much fun watching it. It's, I mean, yeah, it's basically The Mandalorian, but on the big screen. That's what I expected, but, and it really delivered on that, and it was and like it seems like it's setting up something. It seems like it's setting up the heir to the Empire story with Thrawn. Like, with the Imperial Remnant and Din and Grogu now being Rangers of the New Republic and taking out Imperial remnants, the Commander Barrow in the opening scene, it opens straight into the action. And the opening is basically like the opening of an Indiana Jones movie. Basically the opening of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. With how it opens immediately on an action scene. That's I loved that. And then Rada was a big part of the movie. That was cool. How much of a screen time Rada got, and Zeb was a pretty big part of the movie too. And Sigourney Weaver's character Colonel Ward. Colonel Ward wasn't too big of a part in the movie, but I really liked her character in the movie. She was pretty cool. And then Carson Teva and also Trapper Wolf had cameos in the movie, which was pretty cool. I loved seeing that. Din and Grogu didn't die. They survived, which was great. There was no Keller and Beck flashback, but I think we will eventually get the continuation of the Keller and Beck flashback, the Grogu's Order 66 flashback. Yeah, and Nal Hutta was great. I loved seeing that in live action because the last time we saw that was the Clone Wars. Was in the Clone Wars, and the last time we saw Rada was in the Clone Wars movie, and I loved him even more in the Mandalorian and Grogu. Not that I didn't love him in the Clone Wars movie. Yeah, he was great in the Clone Wars movie. But he was great in the Mandalorian and Grogu, and the twins were perfect. And I mean, Boba and Fennec weren't in the movie either, but I do think we're definitely going to get a Book of Boba Fett season 2, which now that the twins died because the dragon snake, so now that the twins are gone, there's this whole part of the galaxy called Hutt Space. It's now open to anybody. So Book of Boba Fett season 2 is definitely going to be dealing with the repercussions of the Mandalorian and Grogu. And besides Cobb Vanth, because we're definitely going to get Cobb Vanth in Book of Boba Fett season 2, why wouldn't we? I think we're also going to get Rada in the Book of Boba Fett season 2, and also Din and Grogu. I think Din and Grogu are I think Din Djarin is the Nick Fury of the Mandoverse. That's basically what I think. Cause and speaking of Rada joining the New Republic was pretty cool, and they definitely set him up for Ahsoka season 2, which I think is gonna be the next time we see Rada is in Ahsoka season 2 with Zeb, which would be great to see for the Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka season 2 to kind of cross over with each other, because this is the Mandoverse. So and these things aren't really connecting too much. So we should really start connecting all these stuff together for when Thrawn comes in. so that everybody has like an established relationship with each other by the time Thrawn comes in for the Heir to the Empire movie. Or maybe even a trilogy. Maybe we'll get a trilogy. Yeah. Which would mean that we'd be getting 2 more movies after The Mandalorian and Grogu, which would be great. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I loved The Mandalorian and Grogu, and Greef Karga wasn't even in it. They didn't even mention him. And I do think eventually they are going to address it. I think they will eventually kill off Greef Karga, but it's going to be off screen when they do it. That's how I think Greef Karga will be killed off. And Cara Dune, I think she'll eventually come back. Yeah. But the part that we did get in of Navarro was pretty cool. I liked seeing Navarro. Navarro's always cool to go back to. And Embo was he wasn't really in the movie too much, but like in the first half, but in the second half he was really in the movie, and I loved it. Like there was a part of at the Twins Palace where we saw in the final battle where we saw Din Mando versus Embo. That was perfect. And we saw Embo get captured. We saw Mando get captured by Embo, which I definitely did think was going to happen, so I got that right. Yeah. And Grogu and Zelens had to go after Mando, and that, I loved it. Because it's character development for Grogu, because Grogu's learning to be on his own. Because eventually, in episodes 10, 11, and 12 in the Simon Kinberg trilogy, we're probably almost definitely going to get an older version of Grogu, and Mando's not going to be here anymore because he's going to be dead. So, yeah, I could even see Mando dying at the end of this trilogy. Mando's sacrifice, Din Djarin's sacrifice, is basically going to be like Tony Stark's sacrifice in Avengers Endgame. He's going to sacrifice himself to defeat Thrawn, Grand Admiral Thrawn and his army, and then Grogu's going to have to live on his own. Yeah. Be on his own. That's basically how I foresee Din Djarin dying. It's basically going to be the Tony Stark sacrifice of the Mandoverse. Yeah. But yeah, The Mandalorian and Grogu, great movie. And next year we have Star Wars Starfighter on May 28th, 2027 next year. I'm definitely doing a spoiler review for Star Wars Starfighter as well. And yeah, I'm definitely going to cover it. Ryan Gosling in the Star Wars universe, sign me up. Really excited for Starfighter next year. But yeah, that will be the end of my Mandalorian and Grogu spoiler review. My next spoiler review will be the first one for June, the Masters of the Universe spoiler review, which I am super excited for. But yeah, right now I'll do my closing and say bye. Make sure to hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, bye.